again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today, yes, I have another snowflake tutorial. I love these. They're easy, they're quick, they're non-denominational, and they really are a fabulous little bit of decor this time of year. Whether you're using them for ornaments or embellishing presents or appliques for various projects, they're a lot of fun. So, I hope you like this for today. This is made with Pound of Love in the colorway of Antique White. Very simple, it's only 6 rounds. And again, I'm going to be using, there we go, it's a size I, 5.5 millimeter hook. Now, again, I've said this before, if this is too big for you, understandably, you can always use a finer yarn or crochet cotton thread and a smaller sized hook. You can stiffen these with a fabric stiffener, glue and water, or just glue. I don't know if felt glue would work, but I imagine that as long as it's not too thick, because you want to soak this, yes, you could use that. Just don't use sugar and water. I can't stress that enough. You know, you'll end up with a lot of six-legged invaders. But that being said, let's get started. Alrighty. All right, first things first with round one, very similar to some of the others that we've done, going to do a slip knot and a chaining up of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A slip stitch to the first chain to create a ring. There we go. Chain up 1, and then 12 single crochets in the center ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By the way, I am working over my tail as I do my single crochets. It does make it easier to deal with that end later on. Let's see, I think I'm up to 9 and 10, 11, and 12. Okay, just want to double count and be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. Okay, so then slip stitch into that first single crochet that we did, and that will finish up round 1. There we go. All right. And then, of course, you can take your tail and weave it in through those single crochets and cinch it up a little if you like. All right, onwards to round 2. Okay, round 2. Going to start with a chaining up of 1 and a single crochet into that same stitch, that first stitch, and single crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to create some loops. So chain 3, and then into the next 2 stitches, single crochet into each. And we're going to do this all the way around. So single crochet, then chain 3, and then 2 single crochets, 1, 2, chain 3, and then 2 single crochets. We're going to end up with 6 loops at the end of this round. Chain 3, 2 single crochets, chain 3, 2 single crochets, chain 3, And we are back at the beginning. So slip stitch into that first single crochet that you did. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little loops there, and we are done with round 2. Alrighty. Round 3. Okie dokie. So first things first, going to slip stitch into the next single crochet, and then slip stitch into the chain space that we created previously. Okay, so now chain up 1, single crochet into the chain space, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next chain space, and we're going to do this all the way around. So we're creating sort of arches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next space, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single into the next space. There we go. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single into the next space. Yeah. There we go. And then one more to go. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then slip stitch into that single crochet that we did, that first single. Nice, easy round. Okay, and there you go. That's the end of round 3. Okay, round 4. So, going to start by doing a slip stitch into the chain 5 space, chain up 1, and 6 single crochets into this space right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 6 singles into the next space, and so on and so forth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 3, 6 singles into the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 3, 6 singles into the next space. What I really like about this actually is that it sort of makes these chains a bit more sturdy. So that was 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, gives it a bit more structure. Chain 3, 6 into the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just double count that real quick. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 into the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 3, and then slip stitch to the first single crochet. Now it can be a little bit tricky to see, so it's sometimes easier to go sort of from a backtracking perspective. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right into here. Whoop. with a slip stitch. There we go. And, okay, I didn't get all of my plies. It happens. There we go. Slip stitch. Okay, and that is the end of round 4. Okay, round 5. Okay, now previously we had slipped into the first single crochet. Well, we need to slip into that next stitch, chain 1, and single crochet into that same stitch, and 3 more for a total of 4. So 2 and 3 and 4. So we're leaving the first and the last one alone in this case. So chain 1, and then into this chain space, 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. So 1, 2, chain 3, and 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the first single crochet. It looks like it's kind of trying to hide in there, but skip that first one. This one here, going into the next 4 stitches with single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, skip that last one again, and going into the chain space with 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles. So 1, 2, chain 3, 2 doubles, okay, chain 1, skip the first single crochet, going into the next 4 stitches with single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, skip that last one, into the chain space, 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the first one, going into the next 4 with singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, skip that last single, going into the chain space with 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the first stitch, going into the next 4 with singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1. Okay, skip that last single, going into the space with 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles, chain 1, skip the first stitch, going into the next 4 with singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1, into the last chain space, 2 doubles, chain 3, 2 doubles, chain 1, and slip stitch to the first of those 4 single crochets that we did initially. There we go. and slip. Ta-dum! It's really coming along nicely. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, so we've just got one more row, well, round to go. All right, let's get to it. Last but certainly not least, round 6. Okie dokie. Now, what we need to do is we need to get to this chain space here. So let's slip stitch our way over there with a slip stitch here, here, here. So that's 3 slip stitches and then one more into the chain space. There we go. Okie dokie. Chain up 1, single crochet into that chain space, single crochet into the next 2 doubles, 2 single crochets into the chain space. Okay, now, if you're going to be traditional, which you can be, chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then into that first chain that we did, do a slip stitch, which forms a picot, okay? And then continue on by doing 2 more single crochets into that same space. Now when I say, if you want to be traditional, that is the picot method for creating the little loop right there. However, I'm going to show you that it's just as effective not to do exactly that and a little bit simpler. And we'll do that on the next loop over here. But we have to get there first. So single crochet into the next 2 doubles, 1 and 2. Single crochet into the chain space. And then we're going to sort of hop over here with a bridge, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then into this chain space, single, single into the next 2 doubles. Okay, then in here, 2 singles into this chain space, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the same space, 2 singles. Now, it's a very minor difference in the grand scheme of things, but I do like to point out that you don't always have to follow what was originally intended. See, this one, it's a bit tighter, if you will. This one, it's a bit more open. Dealer's choice, really, it's up to you. But since I started with the picots, I'm going to continue on with the picots. So let me just undo this. There we go. So let's do our chaining of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch into that first chain. And then 2 more singles into that same space. I just try to reaffirm to you all that it's not set in stone. If you find that you have a method that works better for you, go with it, definitely. Okay, so into these 2 doubles, single crochet in each. Single crochet into the chain space, chain 3. Single crochet into the next chain space, single into each of the doubles, into the chain space, 2 singles, chain 6, slip stitch to make the picot, 2 singles into the same space. Okay. Single into each of the next 2 doubles. Single into the chain space. Chain 3. single into the next chain space, into each of the next 2 doubles, do a single, into the corner chain, 2 singles, chain 6, slip stitch to make the picot. I mean, it's a fun word, but it's not my most favorite process, doing a picot. Okay, 2 more singles into that point. Okay, and let me just pull out some more yarn. Give me 1 sec. Okay, continuing right along, single crochet into the doubles and into the chain space, chain 3, single into the chain space and into the doubles, and then 2 into the corner point, chain 6, slip stitch in the first chain to make a picot, 2 singles more into that point, 1 in each of the doubles, 1 into the chain space, chain 3, single into the chain space and each of the doubles, 2 into the corner point, chain 6, slip stitch into the first chain to make your picot, 2 singles into that same corner point, excusez-moi. Okay, and we are almost there. Okay, single into each of the doubles, single into the chain space, chain 3, and slip stitch into the first single that we did. Da, 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 dum. And there you go. And then, of course, you can snippy snip your yarn and pull out your loop and sew in your end. I already did the center one previously off camera, but yeah, that's really all there is to it. So I just like to go through this loop here, make it nice and neat, go around the back, and then just work through some of the single crochet stitches that I had done previously. And it doesn't need to be, in this case, 100% totally solid and secure, because this is going to be something strictly decorative, not functional. If, however, you were making a whole bunch of these for perhaps a shawl and you were connecting them as you go, yeah, you might want to make them a little bit more secure, but this is just going to be for ornamental and decorative purposes, so it doesn't have to be of titanium strength, so to speak. Okay, and then, boop, there you go. And a little snippy snip. And there you go. A gorgeous, beautiful, one could even say regal looking snowflake. And I love how it creates sort of a star in the middle as well. I love it. And I hope you do too. And if you liked this tutorial, by all means, give a little thumbs up button down below, because you know I appreciate your appreciation. Indeed I do. Also, another thing that you can do is you can block this. Now, only if you're using a natural fiber will it be more effective. And basically that would be pinning it down into shape and then steaming it. That's another thing that you can do as well if you don't feel like using stiffener and that sort of thing. Personally, I never do blocking, but that's because it's so rare that I actually use natural fibers. I'm more of an acrylic kind of guy, but quite simply, you could put like a pin through each of these picots and stretch it out into shape and really finish it up nice. But I love it just the way it is, you know. I love you just the way you are. Okay, so listen, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did. Comment, subscribe for more goodies, because there's always more to come, whether it's crocheting or knitting or audiobook narration, or of course my other YouTube channel, Fiber Spider Games, where I do video game playthrough and commentary. So much fun. I've been enjoying that channel oh so much, and a lot of you have too. Thank you for that. And until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.